We're here with Jack Leiter's son. Jack, I was watching the report on MLB. You were talking about that you didn't have a good fastball at the beginning, and then it developed through time. So work with your pops. How was that?
Yeah, it's a daily process, just continuing to get better every day, and the end product is what everybody else sees. But obviously, the work that's put in year to year is that's where the progress is made.
When did you understand that who Al Leiter was? Because here in New York, he's New York royalty. Growing up with your dad, was it hard for him to teach you baseball?
No. I mean, he played the dad role before the coach role always, and I think that was important. And he was always very empathetic when I have my bad games and all of that, and he just encouraged me to continue doing my best, and that's kind of all you can do. And he always emphasized the mental side of baseball being more important than the physical.
Right. Now, I'm sure that did you go through any bullying when you were growing up? Hey, that's Leiter's son and stuff like that. There must have been some kind of pressure growing up with Mark being the uncle,
Yeah, I think that goes into expectations. It's just how you manage expectations, and I think learning how to do that at a young age with the name Leiter on the back of my jerseys was important, because there's expectations at every level, no matter who you are, and it's more important to just kind of have your own expectations.
That's right.
So you live up to those and expect the best out of yourself, which comes down to effort.
Now, Jack, when you saw that he gave up his career at Yes to come work with you, that must have been special. Because, wow, he's doing this for me. I mean, that must have been a special feeling that, he's going to dedicate his life just for me, to see me get what
I mean, I think there were more factors than just for me. My three sisters, I think he wanted to be around the family, and doing the MLB Network stuff right near our house in New Jersey was in his best interest. But yeah, it's been great having him around at every level, every step of the way.
Now, in the minor leagues, did you call him up and say, "Look, Dad, certain situation, you would call him up for some help"?
Yeah, he's pretty much always my first call. If he wasn't at the game, he's my first call to talk about the game and just get his assessment and kind of bounce ideas off each other. At this point, I kind of know myself really well, and nobody knows me better than him. So together, I think we kind of come up with a game plan for just learning and getting better.
Now, it's amazing because you have your father, Al Leiter, you have Bruce Bochy, and then you also have Nolan Ryan every once in a while that you can probably get to. So how is that? That's got to be interesting. Getting different aspects from these three great athletes.
Yeah, there's a lot of legendary guys around Texas Rangers baseball, coaches, players, current players, former players. They do a good job of keeping those former players around, and there's always some cool people walking around, and I think there's always something that could be learned, especially for a young guy like myself.
Now, lastly, look, when you started seeing that fastball go from low 80s to the high 90s, and then from the high 90s to 100, what was that feeling like?
Yeah, it's cool. Again, I don't chase velocity. I chase kind of all the other things that go into being a pitcher.
That's a good sound when it hits that mid.
Yeah, it is. It's a good product of. It means you're doing a lot of things right mechanically, and your process during the week, and how you kind of maintain your body at a good, healthy level. And yeah, it's always fun throwing a good heater by a guy.
I always say, man, this guy look at his legs, Brian. Show those legs, man. Was that did that help you out?
Yeah, it's always been an emphasis by my dad. If you do want to throw hard, it comes from the ground up, and doing it the right way, not necessarily getting super bulky like a bodybuilder. I don't think bodybuilders would make good pitchers. So you gotta keep the flexibility, the kind of loose whippiness.
Listen, man, Jack, it's an honor to watch you throw, man. And you know what? It's special when you have your father in that special moment that you and your father had yesterday, man. It's really special when you see that, man. Thanks a lot for your time and courtesy. Good luck, man.
Thanks
And
for
I hope
having
20
me.
years from now we'll talk about, how good a career you had.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.